Hello everybody, coming at you with all my might. It's my, how you guys doing today? Today as you can see, I got some ATV tires along with the TW200 tire. Now you can put an ATV tire on the TW200. I tried so far to do 2 of the ITP Terracross 26, 8, 14. So I'll show you how they turned out. So in one video you can see I had one on there, and that was this one. Now this one, when we tried to mount it, we were in a hurry and we started cutting. We cut some off the bead, and as you can see, this is what the bead was. We cut some off, and these strands actually pulled right through, so we cut that out, and there's the tire. So that's what this one was. But before we even got this one, I took this one up to the tire shop and they blew it up. It was inflated to like 90 pounds and it blew up. This just blew up, so broke the strands. So I think we were trying to rush things. When I watched people put on the Duro, they put a Duro tire on, and some people said they put it on the rim and they put some tire grease on there, or grease, and let it sit on the bead for sometimes up to 5 to 10 days before it's seated. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be real patient with it. I'm going to stick it on and inflate it, and then let it go from there. But this one is a different tire, because tires like these are not cheap. This tire will run you 150 bucks. So I have $300 worth of tires that are broken. So this one I picked up off a Rocky Mountain ATV for $88. It's a EFX performance tire. That's what that's called. Oh no, wait, it's Motor Force. But it's a 26 by 8, 14-inch rim. So we're gonna try to get that mounted up on there. It's got 3/4 inch tread, a nice non-directional pattern. So, and this one seems to be slightly smaller than the ITP if you put them side to side. See how that kind of looks a little bit smaller? So it might help for mounting, so, but we'll see. We'll see once we get it on there. Like, in smaller, I mean width-wise. So we're gonna pull this off there and we're gonna get this mounted up and just take our time with it. So now you've been informed, this is highly dangerous. You got to be careful when you're doing anything with tires like this that technically you shouldn't be on there. It's possible, but you just have to be very careful and know what you're getting yourself into. Like I said, I blew up 2 tires so far. Well, one fell off and one blew up, so just be careful. We got that tire off, and now we got, I'm going to take my rim. See, there's some dirt and stuff like that. We want this inside lip. See, there's a bunch of grit and stuff in there from crap and whatnot, so we're gonna clean that off really good. Well, really good is a metaphor, but just get all that grime off there, because we're gonna be putting grease on that to try to get it to seat well. So we're gonna clean this down. So here's the rim up here. This is what we had in it. This is just 110. I blew up the one tube, couldn't find one, and this is all they had in the size 14, so we had 110 in there. This is a 180. So look at this thing compared to that. So I'm hoping that this will evenly distribute force throughout the tire when we plop it in there. But just, there's a huge difference. I mean, 110 versus 180. So let's double check. See, it says 180, 80, 14 motorcycle tire tube, and this sucker is heavy. It weighs 4 pounds shipping. So we're gonna give this a run. The only difference is this tube actually has some slime in it, but we might not need to put it in. I just put it in just because. But there's a 180 tube. Sucker's a monster. Alright, so we mounted it up there. What we had to do is we used the Mojo lever. I took grease and we put grease all the way around it. I'm not worried about this getting dirty, obviously, because it's a dirt bike. So we put grease all the way around there. I'm going to break this bead down. Well, it's not actually there, but we're gonna pull it down like so, and we're gonna just really grease this thing up and then put the air to it. So alright, so we got this. I got this hooked up and hiding behind the wall for safety. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly put air in this. And obviously the first like 10 pounds is not gonna do much, but once you start seating it, we'll see. So alright, let's take this off and then look at it. Looks like that's all seated except for here.
Yep.
And here.
Yep.
Here we go, we have it on there. What we did is, you can see it's not seated right there. We just inflated it. It's at 50 pounds of pressure currently. And all we're gonna do is just leave it. I'm not gonna hook up the chain. I'm going to go home because I have to go home now. So we're just gonna let it sit for a couple days like that, and perhaps it will go on. I mean, that tire is constantly stretching because it's under that pressure. So while it's under that pressure, it's gonna be stretching, and once it's fully stretched, it'll pop on. But like I said, one guy did one of these tires for 10 days. He let it sit, and then it finally went on. And I read one guy who fought with his for a long time, but he just let it sit for like 3 days, then aired it down, and then put air vent back into it. See, the problem with the thing I did is I rushed the other tires. We're not going to rush this, and this helps that I'm not here every day, so I can just let this sit, and it's not going to bother me. It's not my only bike, so I don't have to ride it right away. So I'm not going to rush this, just going to let that time some time to stretch, then we'll air it down and bring it back up. And if it doesn't seat that time, we'll give it another waiting period. So that's where we're going to leave it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and we'll give you updates as soon as we can. But that's where I'm going to say for now. If you haven't signed up, go to www.smightification.com and sign up for the Revzilla gift card giveaway. And good luck. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and God bless.